Quite eccentric. Quite eccentric. I think that's a good description. Have you interviewed him already?
No, I'm going to. I'm going to use it.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask you afterwards. Robin's quite eccentric, has a tremendous sense of humour, depending on what time of the day you catch him. Unfortunately, I think you're going to catch him at the wrong time. But hopefully, if you're kind to him, he's remarkably funny. If you say something that puts him on the defensive, he can be very abrasive. So, but apart from that, he's very soft, sensitive person. And but you're talking about one of two twins. They're both twins. So there's a passive and a dominant side to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I have to deal with that every day. Do you realize this? I have to deal with one of them being in charge at one moment and then the other one being in charge the next moment over the two twins, you know. And I'm the eldest brother, and I'm not allowed to be the eldest brother, so that's...
But then try and describe Morris, or the differences from Robin.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Morris is very extrovert. Robin's introvert,
mm-hmm.
but very funny. Morris is extrovert, but quite funny. And Morris is gadget crazy. Whilst Robin or me wouldn't go to a shop and buy any kind of a gadget or any kind of a computer or any kind of video game, Morris probably has every one ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So there really is a radical difference between the three of us.
Yeah, I think we all have different personalities, but we all think alike in terms of, maybe because we've sang and written so long together, we tend to be able to sort of anticipate what the other's going to say and think at that time. When we're writing, we sit around a table with a cassette recorder in the middle and a keyboard and a guitar, and we'll have a 3-hour writing session just like that, shooting out ideas. I think Barry has a tendency to have an idea that he sticks to and goes one way. I'll change it and take him in another direction. I think that's the good thing about writing together, is that you don't tend to be locked in on one idea. You think you have a great idea and you're locked in on it, and somebody comes up and says, well, no, don't go down that road, go down this road here and change it again. Don't make it so soft there, make it more aggressive. And, you know, change the beat here. And I think then, you know, I think it's a great way to write.
What about Morris?
Morris tends to respond more to... Me and Barry are the leading sort of forces in ideas, and we seem to be, you know, an unstoppable force meeting an unmovable object. You know, I have my own ideas, Barry has his own ideas, and, you know, we argue about which way direction to go in, and we'll battle, but it's usually a constructive battle. And Morris is in the middle, so right, he'll take whatever the direction is that'll end out, he'll go with it. But he's creative in a different way.
All right, Barry, if you like. Very talented, sensitive, great sense of humour. Once again, lately, nothing's a big deal anymore. He's very cool. He's very relaxed. Multi-talented. Robin, a bit paranoid sometimes. Perfectionist. Very talented. Incredible voice. But both of them have got incredible voices. Very creative. Sensitive too. And most of all, I think we're each other's best friends. So it's I would say, a lot of love, the two of them.
There must have been a major problem with being brothers.
Well, if there is, I haven't come across it yet. I think the wonderful thing, particularly with my, during my drinking recovery, if you like, totally supportive, always there for me. For instance, when we started on an album at that time, each one of them said, until I get it together, they wouldn't write a note. And they waited 3 months before we actually wrote a song for the new album at that time. And that was being loyal, and that was being supportive.
So you've got a triangle chemistry.
Yeah. I think being each other's best friends, as I say, is, because we've always been together all the years, and even when we're separated, it's like we have a, I know when the phone goes, I know it's Robin. And if the phone goes, I know it's Barry. It could be any time, and I know. We all have this, in fact, Robin and I are actually in the twins book, which is a big book on twins who have things that happened to them. Because he had a bicycle accident once and came home and I had the bruises all over me in the same places.
You did?
Yeah, and he had bruised himself falling off the bike. I was in the bath at the time. And I got out of the bath and I'm drying myself and I looked down, I had bruises here, there, on my shoulder, and 2 on my chest here. And he came back from the hospital, he had 2 bruises there, bruise there, bruise there, bruise there, bruise there. All in the same places. The only thing was his eye wasn't hurting. He was.
So if you wake up in the middle of the night, hear a song, he wakes up too and sing it.
No, he'll wake up and have an idea and call me. And I'll know it's him. But, and I'll know it's Barry. The 3 of us are very much the same.
Are you superstitious?
No,
It's just there.
it's just that. It's just been going on for years.
And it can't be explained.